After 60, your leg circulation can get worse even if you feel fine, and the first signs are sneaky: cold feet, cramps, and heavy legs. If you want to stay healthy and independent as you age, hit that subscribe button right now. These simple, science-backed tips can help you keep moving. Here's the thing. I've spent years watching the same pattern play out. People focus on their knees and hips. But the real problem is often what feeds those joints: blood flow. When your legs don't get enough blood, they don't get enough oxygen and fuel. That can make walking feel harder than it should. And today I'm going to show you one drink you can start using this week. It's not a magic potion, but it can support the way your blood vessels open up. That can help your legs feel warmer, lighter, and less stuck, and I'll give you exact amounts so you don't have to guess. Now, before we continue, tell me your age and where you're watching from in the comments. This helps us understand who we're helping. Here's what most people get wrong. They think any healthy juice will boost circulation. Not true. Some drinks are mostly sugar water. They can spike your blood sugar. Then they can leave your blood vessels more irritated later. Let me be clear. I'm not saying fruit is bad. I'm saying the drink has to match the job. If your job is blood flow, you need the right compounds. A 2021 study from the University of Alabama found that when healthy postmenopausal women drank 100% watermelon juice daily for 4 weeks, their blood vessel tests did not improve, even though their blood lycopene went up about 5 times. That's roughly a 400% jump, but it didn't translate into better vascular function in that group. So more antioxidants is not always the same as more blood flow. So what does work better for blood flow in older legs? You want to support nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a natural relax signal your body uses to open blood vessels. Think of it like WD-40 for stiff hoses. It helps them loosen and widen. And the drink I'm building for you today does exactly that. It's fast because the key ingredient can start working in a few hours, not weeks, but you still have to do it the smart way. Now we're going into the main reverse countdown. Stay with me, because number 1 is the full leg flow drink that brings everything together. Number 5, warm water with a simple squeeze of lemon. Most people think circulation is only about thin blood, but actually, you also need enough fluid in the system. Picture your blood like cars on a highway. If the highway is too empty, traffic slows. If it's too jammed and sticky, traffic slows too. Hydration helps keep flow smoother. Here's the misunderstood part. A lot of people over 60 sip tiny amounts all day. That sounds fine. But it often isn't enough, especially if you drink coffee, take certain water pills, or forget to drink in the morning. Then your legs can feel more cramped. So here's the practical step that's easy on your stomach. Start with 8 to 12 ounces of warm water. Add the juice of 1/4 to 1/2 of a lemon. That's it. Sip it slow. Why warm? Warm tends to go down easier, and it can feel calming, which matters because stress tightens blood vessels. Now, lemon isn't magic by itself, but it supports the base routine, and it makes the main drink easier to tolerate later. If you want it even simpler, do 8 ounces of water first thing in the morning, then do your main leg flow drink later in the day. And if you're thinking, does this really matter? Ask yourself this: do you ever stand up and feel your legs are slow to wake up? That's often a flow issue. This connects to a 2021 study from the University of Colorado Boulder that looked at older adults and blood vessel function. The study focused on improving nitric oxide signaling and reducing oxidative stress, which is like rust that blocks blood vessels from relaxing. They found improved flow-mediated dilation, a test of how well vessels open, by 28% from baseline in the treatment group. Better vessel opening is the kind of result you want for leg circulation support. Now keep going, because number 4 is the one most people totally ignore, and it's sitting in your kitchen. Number 4, unsweetened cocoa vessel helper. Most people think cocoa is just candy, but actually, cocoa has flavonols. Flavonols are plant compounds that help your blood vessel lining work better. Your vessel lining is called the endothelium. That's a big word, but here's the easy meaning. It's the smooth inner skin of your arteries, like the inside coating of a new garden hose. When that lining is healthy, it releases nitric oxide better. When it's irritated, vessels get stiff. Here's how you use it without turning it into dessert. Use 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder in a drink. Not hot chocolate mix, not sweetened cocoa, plain, unsweetened cocoa powder. You can stir it into warm water. You can add it to decaf coffee, or you can add it to the main drink we're building. If you're sensitive to caffeine, choose cocoa that is labelled lower caffeine, or use it earlier in the day. Now, I'm not telling you cocoa replaces your medications. I'm saying it supports vessel function in a real, studied way. A 2022 study from Brigham and Women's Hospital and Harvard Medical School found that older adults taking a cocoa extract supplement had a 27% lower risk of cardiovascular death. That's not leg blood flow directly, but it's a strong sign. That cocoa flavonols support the blood vessel system that feeds your legs too. And here's the simple way to make it practical for you. If you do cocoa, keep it small and steady. 1 teaspoon per day is plenty for most people. Don't chase huge amounts, more is not always better. But wait until you see number 3, because it protects the very signal your vessels need to relax. Quick question before we go on. Have you had cold feet, leg cramps at night, or pins and needles in your legs lately? Comment yes or no below. I read those, and it helps me tailor future videos for you. Number 3, ginger warming circulator. Most people think ginger is only for your stomach, but actually, ginger can support circulation because it may help with inflammation. Inflammation is your body's hot swelling reaction. A little is normal. Too much can irritate blood vessels over time. Think of inflammation like smoke in a room. Even if you don't see flames, the smoke still makes breathing harder. With blood vessels, irritation makes them less flexible. Less flexible means less blood gets down to your calves and feet. So here's the easy how-to. Use 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of ginger powder, or use a thumbnail-sized slice of fresh ginger. Steep it in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes. If you add ginger to the main drink later, start small. Ginger can feel strong. Now you might be asking, how do I know if inflammation is part of my leg issue? Ask yourself this. Do your legs feel worse after sitting a long time? Do they feel stiff and achy when you start walking? That can be a clue. This is where the science connects again. That 2021 study from the University of Colorado Boulder didn't just show better vessel function. It also showed oxidative stress in endothelial cells dropped by about 45%. Oxidative stress is like chemical rust that messes with nitric oxide. Less rust means better vessel relaxing. Ginger is one of the tools people use in a food-first plan to calm that rusty environment. Now, I'm not claiming ginger alone will fix poor circulation. I'm saying it supports the environment your blood vessels need. And here's a smart detail. If you take blood thinners, or you bruise easily, don't go heavy on ginger. You'll hear more about that in the warning section. But wait until you see number 2, because this is where fast really starts to mean something. Number 2, Beetroot Nitric Oxide Booster. Most people think beets help because they have vitamins, but actually, the star is nitrate. Nitrate from beets can turn into nitric oxide in your body. That's the vessel opening signal we talked about earlier. Here's the simple metaphor. Your arteries are like adjustable pipes. Nitric oxide tells the pipe, open wider. Wider pipe means more blood can get to your legs. And this is why beetroot is the centre of the drink for you. Now I'm going to give you exact options, so you can pick what fits your budget. Option A, the simplest. 4 to 8 ounces of beetroot juice. Start with 4 ounces if you're new. Option B, more consistent. Beetroot powder. Use 1 teaspoon mixed into water. Some powders list grams instead. If yours does, a common starter range is 3 to 6 grams. Option C, food version. 1 small cooked beet, blended with water and lemon. It's not as concentrated, but it still helps you build the habit. Now here's the timing trick most people miss. If you want a faster effect, use beetroot 2 to 3 hours before your walk. Why? Because your body needs time to turn that nitrate into nitric oxide. A 2019 study from the University of the Sunshine Coast found that after older men drank concentrated beetroot juice, their nitric oxide markers increased. The study measured flow-mediated dilation in a leg artery, which improved by 26%. That's a pretty direct sign your leg vessels can open better after beetroot. That's why this video is called Fast. Not because your legs become brand new overnight, but because vessel opening can change the same day. Now don't be surprised if your urine turns pink or red. It looks scary, but it's harmless. It's called bituria. It just means beet pigments came out in your urine. Now let's build the full drink, because number 1 is what you came for. Before we go further, if this is making sense so far, hit that like button. It tells me you want more simple health videos like this. Number 1. The leg flow drink you can make in 60 seconds. Most people think the best circulation drink is one ingredient. But actually, the best routine is one main ingredient, plus helpers that make it easier on your body. So here is the exact drink for you. Keep it simple. Keep it repeatable. Start with 4 ounces of beetroot juice. If you're used to it, you can go up to 8 ounces. Add 8 ounces of water. Add 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. Add the juice of 1/4 to 1/2 lemon. Add a pinch of ginger powder or a small splash of ginger tea. Stir it well. Drink it slowly, not chugged, especially your first week. Now here's how you make it work for your legs, not just your taste buds. After you drink it, do a 10-minute easy walk about 2 hours later. Because walking tells your leg muscles, we need blood now, and the nitric oxide signal helps open the delivery routes. Think of it like turning on the sprinklers. The drink helps open the valve. The walk tells your lawn where to send the water. If you can't walk outside, do kitchen laps. Or do gentle heel raises for a few minutes. Now, how fast can you feel something? Some people feel warmer feet the same day. Some people notice less stiffness within a week. Test it for 7 to 14 days. And here's a very important moment. Not more sugar, but more nitric oxide support. This is also why I keep coming back to that 2021 study from Colorado Boulder. They showed that supporting nitric oxide signaling improved vessel function by 28%. That's the goal of this drink. Help your vessels open and reduce the rust. Now you might ask, what if I don't like beets? You can still support blood flow with other foods. But if you want the fast effect, beets are one of the strongest food tools we have. And if you're wondering, do I have to do cocoa and ginger too? No. The core is beetroot plus timing. The helpers just make the system work better. One more myth to clear up. Some people think pomegranate juice is the best circulation drink. Pomegranate has helpful polyphenols, but human results can vary. What we do know is that polyphenols can support nitric oxide pathways. For example, a 2019 study from Université Catholique de Louvain found pomegranate extract helped. So you can rotate pomegranate into your week, but keep beets as your foundation. Now let's pump the brakes for a second, because safety matters more than speed. If you have very low blood pressure, beetroot drinks can make you feel lightheaded. If you take medicine for high blood pressure, you need to watch your numbers. If you take nitrate medicine for chest pain, talk to your doctor first. If you take blood thinners, be careful with ginger and large amounts of cocoa. If you have kidney disease, ask first, as beets can be high in potassium and oxalates. See a doctor fast if you have new leg pain when walking that stops with rest. Also, watch for one leg getting cold or swelling with redness and heat. If you have diabetes, be careful with sweetened juices. Choose unsweetened. Now, how do I actually do this without turning it into a big project? Day 1 to 3, do 4 ounces of beetroot juice plus 8 ounces of water. See how you feel. Day 4 to 7, add lemon and ginger if you want. Keep it gentle. Week 2, add the cocoa and pair it with a 10-minute walk 2 hours later. If money is tight, use beet powder. It can be cheaper per serving. Add arugula or spinach to your plate too. They also contain nitrates. Now I want to hear your story. What made you click on this video today? Was it cold feet, cramps, numbness, or just wanting to walk better? Look, there's a lot of noise out there about circulation. Don't overthink this. Start with just one small step. Beetroot juice and a 10-minute walk later. Do that for 7 days. Your body will tell you if it's working. Remember the big idea. Not random juices, but nitric oxide support. If this helped you, hit that like button and make sure you are subscribed. We post new health tips every single day. Stay healthy, stay strong.